Hello everyone, it is great to be with you today to share this video. I just want to share a couple of minutes about the necessity of guarding our eyes as followers of Christ. So I want to share a couple of verses. I'm going to leave the verses in the info so you can go back and look over those verses yourself. But the first verse is from Genesis chapter 3. It is right after Satan has confused Eve and got her to question what God said. And Satan said, "Did God really say you will die if you eat of this tree?" And he's talking about the tree of the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil, which it was forbidden to eat from that tree. God had told them not to eat of that tree. So let's look at Genesis chapter 3, verse 6, where it talks about Eve being deceived into eating the fruit. Verse 6 says, "So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate, and she also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate." So it was a delight to her eyes. So that is so important, and that's always stood out to me because it says she saw it and her eyes liked it. It was pleasing to the eyes. I guess you could say to her it was eye candy because she saw it. It was a delight. It was pleasurable to the eyes. And so she ate it, and Adam ate it, and that brought sin onto the world. So the next verse is Psalm 119, verse 37. And it says, "Turn my eyes from looking at worthless things and give me life in your ways." So the psalmist is saying to God, turn my eyes from looking at worthless things, looking at sinful things, destructive things, things that do me absolutely no good. So we are surrounded in our culture by things that just are perverse, things that are just corrupt and that will pollute our minds, or things that just serve no godly purpose in our lives. TV, our phone, social media, magazines, books, anything that our eyes can devour, things that just are not good for our walk with God. Things that are good for our walk for God are worship music, are His Word, being at church, listening to a sermon by a biblically sound preacher who is preaching the Word. But we have to be very, very careful about what we put into our minds through our eyes, because our eyes see it, our mind absorbs it, and then it goes into our heart and it comes out in our daily life. So we have to be very careful. We have to persevere because it doesn't matter. Every single day we are faced with things that our eyes see. People of the opposite sex that may be attractive physically, that we may have a desire to look at longer than we are supposed to look at. Other things, it doesn't matter. Things that lead us away from God are things that our eyes do not need to focus on. Our eyes need to focus on things that draw us toward God. So that is what this video is about. Just be very careful about what you feed your mind through the portal of your eyes, because like I said, it goes in your eyes, into your mind, into your heart, and out your daily life. So I hope that these passages have encouraged you. I hope that you will go back and read them again and again so that it will absorb in your mind and you can remember to guard your mind, guard your heart by what you put into your mind through your eyes. I hope you have a blessed day.